What? No, dude, this doesn't make any sense. No. What do you mean? What exactly can check raise you on the river? Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to another stream here on the Pokerstaples channel. Thanks so much for joining me on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. First time on this channel in quite a while, actually. It's been a solid couple weeks. Been doing a lot of streaming on the Party Poker channel, but back in action today for a proper Sunday grind. I hope you guys are excited for it. I definitely am. Grand Prix main event, day 2 on that one is tomorrow. The high roller is on. This is a pretty fun flop for us, right? When it goes back call, I think we want to raise here mostly with our 8s. I think I'm going to change the layout a bit here. Take it down. So check on the flop. They check on the turn. I'm going to go for the overbet now with the set because, well, I think they really capped themselves on average when they check twice. And, of course, we want to get max value here. Nice. So basically, you can just deny people the opportunity to put you through that ringer by just not sharing that with them. And it's not something that we owe to people either. You know, it's just like, hey, I'm making the right financial decision for myself. You can think I'm naive and an idiot, and a lot of people just assume that, you know, there's like some mirage of degeneracy going on, when in reality it's just like, nah, actually it's just not something I really want to deal with explaining to Joe Schmo how like playing, you know, 40 tournaments between 5 and 25K dictating the majority of my profit and loss doesn't really correlate very well, you know, to like how good I am. And so I don't want to deal with that, you know? And that's true when it's been on the bad side, and it's true when it's been on the positive side. And this year would definitely qualifies on the positive side, you know? I have a 105K score. I have a 32K score. Like, it's been a really good year for me. But, like, it's still not something that I want to highlight because people suck at, like, sussing through that, you know? We just don't have to. Like, I'm playing good quality poker. I think there's good, interesting things to learn. I think it's entertaining, exciting, and enjoy it. Or don't. I don't care, you know? We raise on the river with the full house. Let's go. Exciting. Hopefully we can get a win today. It'd be awesome. Blue Maw Gaming. Blue Maw Gaming, welcome to the team. Drop the prime. Get some love in the chat for Blue Maw. Thank you very much, my friends. Very kind of you, and I appreciate it. I have quads. What does Simon have? I guess a pair, right? It was mostly likely like 9s. Could be 9s, could be like king 8 suited, 4s. Okay. We have a lot of chips here. I will tell you one thing, chat. 660,000. That puts us in 4th place of the 88. It's 3,200 for the win. I'm going to fold again. Book says to do something different, but I think in the 88, it's not like our biggest buy-in range. Wow. We call. And fold on the ace-high flops. And continue on the rest, I think, right? Hopefully they have 10s would be great. Ace-jack of hearts would be great. Ace-5, no clubs would be great. We definitely want to raise to protect here, though. Here is a bubble felt going on. 6 away from the bubble. I'm reshove bluffing. This is too wide, but that's an emoji read, right? Hey, we're in the money, red felt hype chat. 31 left. In 8th place right now on just under 800,000. A very good position, though. Like 13th place has 575,000. So basically, there's a lot of us bunched up at the top. We're doing well. We're in a good position. We call off here. It's a very short stack. That's a good turn. Come on, let's go. Astro World is all in, and we're going to reshove with ace queen. Or actually, we're going to call and then fold to a shove. I do think we're doing well enough against 14.5 blinds here, but if we call and they come over the top, really quite likely that we're beat or flipping at best. Hold. This is a big pot. Oof. Okay. Ooh, we had to hold against a lot there, chat. Yeah, me too. Me too, Big Ben. That's pretty much exclusively what I use, right? Is I have Raise Your Edge as sort of my main bay, paired, academy, coaching, masterclass, KO series, or KO course, all of that, right? But then I also do use Preflop Academy in collaboration with that as well, in that I find it useful to utilize when I'm doing my own simulations and stuff like that to study the game. It's a very quick reference. So look at this. For 1.8 million in the 88 and the chip lead. Let's go. In the deep stack. Okay. It's most important to deny equity with like 2s, 3s, 4s here. But then I wonder if we want to bluff or not. Gonna keep betting with 2s. I'm trying to tell a story about the river. I have king, queen, and queen 9 suited. And sets and stuff like that. But 9s. Jamming is an option. 3-bet calling is an option. And calling is an option. I go for call. And, well, the run out isn't very good. Nice. There we go. And this is a clear call from my perspective. And they check on the river. We have trip aces. I'm actually going to value bet. I mean, we shouldn't really get called here, but people do crazy things, you know. King, queen, we raise to 50,000. We bet to 192. I think 4-bet is good. They should feel a lot of pressure here with stacks the way they are. So we'll make it 500,000. They should have a really wide 3-betting range in the small blinds and would like to avoid risk here, basically, as we go head-to-head, first and second place. And so for them, even if they have a hand as strong as jacks here, it's like a disaster to go for shove, you know? Like get it all in for 100 blinds, it's a disaster. We're going to 4-bet fold 10s, I think. Same thing as before. Variance really hates getting it all in right now. Of course, they can just have aces and then great, you've won the hand, but or kings or queens or jacks. But we also do put pressure on a ton of hands that might have some equity here. We get a call. I think just give ourselves a really advantageous price here to bet. Like 216 is fine. Interesting pot here. Maybe a couple things, but we lose to some things as well. And the check doesn't tell us much, you know, like they have queens in the range and jacks in the range, and they have king X in the range that checks in the turn because it doesn't protect against enough to bet. And I think we fold. I also think that like ace queen and ace jack showdown sometimes, which doesn't help us. Maybe I'm wrong. Like maybe we literally only call the unbeatable nuts and then we fold everything that isn't. But yeah, one of the spots where it's like, do I find bluffs? Maybe I do, but there's definitely a possibility I definitely don't. I don't know. This specific hand, I think, wants to check. And like the hands that most want to check here are 8s, 9s, 10s. Gonna bet turn and check river. I think it's fine. Wow. Okay. Well, now we get to go for the old big bet here. We re-raise. This is where this is a sick potential, right? Because people have got to be tired of my shit, you know? Like, I'm losing my mind out here. My 3-bet percentage is 700 somehow. It only goes up to 100, and it's higher than that. But we got the goods, man. And that's one of the sick ones where just sometimes maybe they just ram a jamma with the jacks, and it's like, whoa, run it, you know, for everything. And then, but we just take it down this time. It's okay. 1 of 13. 4s are decent. 4s are a shove here for 31 blinds. Good luck. It's just ruthless for Dogecoin to call off, unless, of course, they pick up a monster like aces. Fair enough. Hit me with a diamond for pain. Oh! For pain and punishment! Not crime and punishment, chat. It's pain and punishment. It's a good spot with pairs there to put the pressure on, you know? But we obviously get very fortunate. And right back to pressure. Right back to pressure, chat. I keep thinking I have 10 blinds here, but we actually have 150. Like, I keep missing a 0. All in for not many chips. Go with 8-7 suited. It does seem to be our time. Okay. All right, cool. Dang it, bro. This just can't be a good hand, but our image is so dog is the thing as well. Dang it. What do we do here? Like, it's a dream squeeze spot. I'm just going to do it. Like, what am I supposed to do? Unfortunately, it's really hard for them to flat good hands here. And it's a super painful for them to bust in the spot, given that, like, basically everyone's tied. That's annoying. 9 deuce suited. Guess we call. I don't think shoving is really an option here. Still in the chip lead. Still on the FT bubble. I guess I can open up the other table. It's a 3-bet again. Just is. It's just a 3-bet. And bet call here. I mean, we don't love it. They're going to have some king X, but we flopped enough equity with how much money's in the pot. And I will put it in for half pot here as well. That's a win. We'll take it. Final table hype of the 88. Coming into the final table, 1 of 9 in a very good chip stack situation. A lot of work still to do, and we get to be quite aggressive here. 10s on this final table. Yeah, I guess we call. Let's think about 3-betting again. We should 3-bet a lot here, but it plays really well against a squeeze from any of these 3, and it sucks against a 4-bet from I win flip, so. I think big bet and then check river, probably. Because I think just 2 normal size bets, not enough money's getting in the pot. Nice. Don't touch this pot, all of you. Get out of the way. Don't be touching this pot. It's going to cost you. Cool. 6.5. Played the grand 6 times and have cashed 5 times for a $1,000 buy-in. I don't know what else you want me to do here. You know what I mean? Run it. Oh. No, this is just the worst case scenario. Barry! Come on, dude. Thank you, Slinky. Thanks, my friends. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Jacks against Ace-10. Ace-10 hits it. We're down to 5. The chip advantage we have is small now, though. We definitely have to battle. 6-9. I'm going to try and see a flop. See if we get the opportunity. We do. So with the check, we want to check most of our stuff out of position here. Ooh, pot size bet. I'm out. Too much, man. I mean, too much to continue there. Too big of a sizing. Queens against Ace-10. Wow. Okay. So we're down to 4. That's a painful one for Ace-10. Raise, call, call. Wow. This is weird. It's a weird pot. 7-6-4. I think we have to check. If we bet and get check raise, we just lose the pot. Like, we, of course, desperately want to protect our hand. But Chow should be the one that bets here quite often for a small sizing. And we struggle. We'll bet the turn here on the king, which sometimes has beat us now. But I think there's value in protecting our hand with our 10s. Get called by the worst person to get called by, Chow. Right? They probably have a king. And we just have to hope it goes check-check, basically. King 10. You actually 4-bet quite a lot here with suited aces and suited kings. So I think if you look this up by the book, this is actually a 4-bet jam bluff. I'm trying to think about our history with Chow, and I don't think there's enough. The thing for Chow is, like, they don't want to have a significant 3-bet calling range here on 30 blinds, you know. Like, they're just going to shove some hands. I think I'm going to go for the 4-bet bluff with the king 4 suited. Definitely one I want to look into after the session because it looks weird, but I think this is right. So good luck. Need a king. Need a king, chat. Oh, it's a king. Let's go. Now, fair enough. Chow says the GOAT. I mean, it's pain. You may ask, like, why do we bluff with that hand? And the reason is that hand does the best against the sort of hands that it's going to call. Like, suited aces and suited kings are the right hands to bluff because they do the best against the calling range of, like, queens and jacks and 10s. Whereas you don't want to do that with, like, ace jack because ace 10's not calling, right? So, like, you only run into better and you have a profitable call. You end up, like, 4-bet bluffing small suited aces and small suited kings and then value shoving big pairs and, like, ace king and ace queen suited. And then that's kind of like it. So it looks counterintuitive, right? It's just like, why would you do that instead of with, like, ace 10 instead? Like, it's a much better hand. And it's because of people's reaction to our 4-bet. It's better to construct our range a little differently. That's something I've learned recently. I might be taking it too far with king 4 there, but it's also just like one of those things where when you're learning something new and implementing it. Anyways, 3-handed. 1542 cashed in second place. We have an all-in on the river for a 2x pot. I would love to see heads up. Wow, set. We're heads up. Okie dokie gets second place. All right, 22-27. We are playing about a 1K heads up match here. It's 31.91 for the win. You guys can see no bounties, so it's about a 1K heads up. Good luck. Good luck, my friends. Can we fold 10 deuce? I don't know. I'm going to. Little heads up match here. It's reasonably deep as well, right? Like we're 65 blinds deep, so it's not like this is gonna end in a second. Raise gonna call king 7-3. A lot of bets here though, some check. I'm gonna bet this a third of the time. I do want to do quite a lot of mixing here, right? And I think in these heads up spots where like ranges are very wide, we want to mix our strat quite a bit. We get raised, we're gonna call. Against a king, we're doing really poorly. Against like the sorts of hands that can raise bluff, like 6-5, 6-4, 5-4, although some of those definitely flat. And even like maybe some ace-x check raises in the flop. Maybe some similar hands like queen 10 or something like that with backdoor flush draw. I think we're okay. They go for the barrel though on the turn, and I'm happy to fold. Tiny 3-bet. We call. Very small, right? It was basically a click back, so we're happy to call. At least call or raise with 100% of our range against that. They check, we check. I mean, this should hit their range much more than ours, right? When they 3-bet. Unless they like misclicked, but turn is a dream, right? We have a double gutter, a 6 or a deuce gives us a straight, and a spade gives us a flush, and we're in position, so it's pretty exciting. They check. I think we're actually gonna bet now. I mean, listen, if we get check shoved on, like, I might cry myself to sleep, but it's not likely, is it? They call, and let's go for the bombcity.gov on the river. All day, Jamie. It's been good so far, Delta Pico. Catcher. Flow suited aces are the bluffs, and middle suited aces are flatter fold from catcher. In some ICM situations, catcher, right? So you can't really apply that king 4 suited shove to like everywhere in the game. But when there's some ICM pressure involved, usually your bluffs are up at the low suited ace and low suited kings over like middle aces, over middle kings, over suited connectors. Like those are not the right candidates to choose. But again, it's like I'm not the authority on that. That's new stuff that I've learned that like I need to make sure I keep doing my homework to make sure I'm employing it correctly. But yeah, check here. Block bet here to 7. Now is a good time for you to have it, my friend. And by it, I mean ace jack. Have ace jack, please. So theory says bet smaller than this, but I'm going to bet 40% here because I want to build a big pot, basically. Just straight up, you know, our hand's really good. We want to build a big pot. And value bet river. And if we get raised, painfully, I think folds, right? The likelihood that they have 2 pairs is pretty high. But when we get called, be confident that we're going to win the pot often. We call with the king 10. Check raise on the flop here, probably. We're kind of deep, to be fair. It's just not a good turn. Can we just have a clean hand where, like, I have the best hand, they have the second best hand, and we just get to, like, you know, run a hand, bro? That would be so nice. Small bet of the river, blocking bet. We do get paid off by a worse hand, which is very nice. Bet again on the turn with our queen 7. I forgot for a second we had a straight. They could have a flush, but we have a straight. Straights are pretty good. Call. Nice. Nice, dude. That's a huge pot. 12.5 million. Beautiful. Oh, that could have been it. That could have been the one, chats. This could be the one, too. Ship it. All right. Close between bet and check, I think, to be honest. Close. Check. They bet we call. Nice hand. King, queen. Okay. Now is the time, my friends. When we're a little bit shorter, we're going to start limping here. Not yet, but pretty soon. I don't want to bluff here, really. Check. And bluff river. Wow. Book says call very clearly, by the way. I don't think I should, though. I mean, this is the first. We've seen a lot of folding heads up here. And then some raising. So this shove for 24. Like, the book is very clear. Call. But I don't think I should, actually. Don't actually think I should there. If they min raise, I reshove, by the way. Which just may not make some sense. But, yeah. Start the limps with the king 10. Let's go half-half. Let's bet. Take it. Can't you see? Whoa! They had the fold. I limped. They had the fold button clicked. Call with the gutter to the dream, you know? The gutter to the dream there. I think call is okay. I'm not even going to bluff because I think that this range should really benefit them, but queen deuce. Just all in shove here. The threes. Nice. Walk with the 8-3 feels good. Get another fold there, which is weird. I don't know why they have the fold button clicked like that. Check, check. It's cool. Queen of the turn. Check, check. King of the river. Check, check. Value bet? No, check. Value bet? Value bet. What? No, dude, this doesn't make any sense. No. What do you mean? What exactly can check raise here on the river? I don't believe it, chat. I honestly don't believe it. It doesn't make any sense, of course. They do it so fast as well. Okay. All right. I mean, I lose the pot. That's all I have to say. What the heck just happened, man? You know, chat, someone asked if I'd play Helmuth heads up. I might be playing Phil Helmuth right now. I might. This might be Phil Helmuth. I'm okay to limp against this opponent. Against some opponents, I just shove here with King 8. I think limp is going to end up fine. Check. Don't feel like I quite need to bluff this. There's not quite enough upside for us. Sure. Call. We do have some outs to making really good hand. Okay. The heads up can turn at any moment. That's the thing, right? It can turn at any moment. Couple setups. I shove ace-6 here, get called by ace-10, and it's over. Ace-6 against queen-10. If I don't hit a heart or an ace. Oh, but it's a heart. It could turn. Not today, Dottie. The winners of the 88. Let's go. And chat, you have to know something, dude. You have to know something about this, chat. This is actually officially on the Daily Legend page, our first trophy earned. Right there. That's good, dude. Back-to-back days winning poker tournaments. There really is no complaints. Come on, man.